start with this one because this was quite fun one. This was created during the live session that I had with other students, and we had all same references, so we were sketching from the same photos. So I found these cool reference images and I created the mood board, and from that one I chose few to create this kind of like summary mood board. And so first we did like the sketches and then we edit the colors. So I'm sure I will be doing more live sessions and drawing sessions like these together in the future. So keep an eye on that if you want to create something like this as well during live session, or you can always watch replay. Anyway, so this one was fun one. I really enjoyed making this sketchbook spread. Then this one was similar styling. So first I created these lines and the idea layout, which I put together as you can see. So I wanted to combine something which had like water in it. So first this one had like a lake or seaside river. I think this would be more like a lake. And then in this one I put a waterfall and a valley. And because it was inspired by autumn, I added some sunflowers and a rose hip and a cat in a scarf, which I saw I think on Pinterest or somewhere. So I thought that would be super cute to add and have that autumn feel. So, and actually this one was also inspired by some of the prompts from drawing challenges. So yeah, that's why they include, I think, these parts. I should remember better. Here are the color added to the sketchbook spread, as you can see. So this one was quite fun to make as well. Here I tried to do more color variety in the tree. So let's see if I can hold it here because it's in the preview mode. So this one was definitely interesting because I tried to combine different warm tones in the trees and then work on the reflections. And I want to do some tutorials also about water reflections, because water reflections are different under different conditions, different water sources, whether it's pond, sea, or you get it. So I will do a tutorial about drawing water because I think it's always nice when you have water in the illustrations. So, and also in this cat, it was, wait, can you see it? Let me try to zoom in like this. I quite like the expression on this cat. That was fun to make. So, okay, let's go to the next one. So yeah, this one was definitely inspired by one of the prompts, and the prompt was bee or bees, and I think this was for the Beachtober. So yeah, so we are already in October in this part, and I looked at many references of bees, and bees are quite tricky to do. I mean, in a way that they are not like scary looking because it's still a bug, but I really like bees because they are very important and like for our also well-being as humans and also respect towards animals and all of that. I'm always happy to see bees around. That's what I wanted to say. So, but what I was saying, it was hard about drawing bees was to try to make them cute. So basically, you can see it on this one. It doesn't exactly look like a bee because it's more like a bumblebee in the shape. So I think bumblebees are pretty cute because they are more round, and they also help us with pollinating flowers. So when you see a bumblebee, you can remember that they are useful too. And I read there are actually many different types of bumblebees, and yeah, anyway, we don't have to go into that now, but here I was trying to create like the depth in that like flower field, so these other flowers would look like they are standing out from the flower field, so it's not flat. And I also wanted to make a tutorial about drawing bees and flower field, so let me know if that would be interesting as well. So in this one, I was trying to combine like line art with the colored background. And here I think I did the lines quite thick, so I'm not sure if I like it that much. And here I tried also without the lines, so you can let me know which one you like better, if it is with lines or without the lines. And I think this can be nice also for animation, if I would do maybe the stars falling, or you know, like stars moving in animation. Then this one was another drawing prompt, and this one was, I think, cat, or oh yeah, this was for list with cats, and this one was sphinx. So I researched how the sphinx cat look, and you know, they are all quite funny looking with basically with no long fur. And yeah, I really like the look, and the silhouette of the cat is quite nice to draw, even though this is like not anatomically correct sphinx cat, but it was still interesting. So, and I was deciding if I should make it this beige, light beige color or dark. And because I decided I will put these flowers there, I kind of went for this dark color so the flowers can be light. So that's the color choice in this illustration. Then this spread, I think the prompt was cakes, cookies, and coffee, if I'm not mistaken. And then I decided to draw some cute little birds just to have some animals there as well. And then I kind of imagined that maybe in you know, like this summer setting, if you have a picnic in park and you're maybe sitting in a garden, that there would be birds around. So that's why also I think they fit into this sketchbook spread. This one was quite quick one, because the prompt was mushrooms, and I think mushrooms are always fun to draw because they can be any shape, no, well, not any shape, but many different shapes. And I especially liked these type of mushrooms because they are such a bright color, and they can have different shapes, like these like small stocky ones, and this is even smaller, and like taller ones, and then combined with flowers. So that was also part of that prompt. Alright, this is another one which took me much longer than I expected. I started with the line art, and I made a line art quite thick, so when I added the colors, it didn't work out exactly how I wanted. So basically, if I kind of try to finish or adjust this illustration, I mean, it looks quite finished already, but I think it would be nice to have the line art thinner or kind of blend it more with the artwork, and somehow I still didn't get to it. So yeah, so if I would start this illustration again, I would definitely do the line art thinner, or not do it maybe. So the next one, this was another prompt, which was moth, and I thought this would be quite cute if I made the moth like maybe glow, or you know, it can be like starry background and maybe like warm glowy colors, but I didn't get around to color this one yet. And then I researched different moths, and this one was like super cute one because they can be quite fluffy. And maybe illustration with a moth with like symmetry design can be nice as well. I saw that around quite a lot, so maybe that can be one of the illustrations in the future. So this one was definitely interesting to make because the prompt was coffee and I think cakes. And I thought I already drew some cakes and coffee before, so I decided to add a character in this one. And I wanted like this like serene mood when drinking coffee, so you're kind of like just maybe resting in a park or a garden and you're just having a quiet moment. And I actually like how this illustration turned out, and hopefully I will get to coloring it quite soon because I think it can be quite nice. So maybe like warm colors or maybe green colors, kind of like park setting. Well, I will see. So okay, so this one, yeah, this one was nice. And some of you were asking like which paper background I'm using for this one. So when you get my sketchbook paper textures, you can see there is variety and they are named after some of the illustrations. They are there in the preview, so you can test it out and see which one you like more. And then this one was another idea which was part of the prompt. So I started with a line art and then I edit colors. So when I first started this one, I already thought about like, okay, I want to have the middle part kind of like the main focus of the illustration and the rest would be darker. So I already thought about colors when I was doing the sketch for this one. So yeah, I think it's nice, but maybe I would work around with different color tones next time, maybe more colder tones, so the other cats are more visible, because right now they're very subtle, so you kind of travel around the illustration and then you kind of like can discover the eyes of the other cats. So yeah, I'm not sure if you can see it in the video, but yeah. So that's that for this one. This one was another drawing prompt. I think the prompt was garden. And then I thought like, I really like the gardens, which you can have next to kind of countryside houses, and you have maybe wildflowers in the garden, or more kind of organized garden with beautiful flowers. But then I thought maybe it would be interesting to do some rooftop garden or balcony garden, because a lot of people can't have a proper garden maybe in the city, so this would be a great option for a garden, and you can have like herbs, and maybe this can be wisteria, and maybe you can have like different plants, and then in the evening you would turn on the lights and chill there during the weekends. So I think this can be nice also to color. So I have so many which I want to color and I didn't get around to do it. So that's another one. This one was, yeah, the prompt for this one was sunflower, and I'm not sure what was the other one, but pretty sure that was sunflower, and maybe actually a soup. Yeah, I think it was, yeah, that was the prompt for this one. So sunflowers and the soup. Then, yeah, so this next illustration, as I was talking about the thick line art and the lines in the illustration, so in this one I was already thinking like, okay, I need to do the lines thinner, and I actually started the sketch on the train. So some of the sketches or parts of the trees were like very wobbly because it was difficult, and then when I got home I added the characters and the foxes. I think that was my process for this illustration. And as you can imagine, this illustration took me longer than some of the other sketches, because I had to think like how I would layer the colors from the lighter colors in the background to the darker colors around. And I also tried different colors for the hair, if you saw on my Instagram, so which hair color would work for this illustration. So that was also interesting to test out. Then this one, the prompt was actually a photo. So it was kind of like a still life photo of a table with cakes and these flowers and stuff. And I think I can put the photo here on the side of the video so you can see the reference. And I was actually drawing this one in a cafe. And that process was quite nice because I was focusing on building the colors first and then adding the lines to redefine the shapes of the objects and all the colors. So this next sketch or drawing was done for prompt tunnel, and this was for Peachtober as well. And in this one as well, like as a tunnel, you can imagine different types of tunnels. It can be in nature, it can be man-made. And I thought tunnel in the coral reef can be very nice when you add colors. And then after drawing that one, I thought like it would be cool to have some animals there. And you guys voted also on Insta which version you like more. I still can't decide. I think they're both quite fun, but maybe even combining these two, but then I would need to change the composition again if I add both in the same one. So we'll see. All right, this one was for, what was the prompt? Oh yeah, that was moonlight something, sanctuary or moonlit greenhouse. I will write it on the screen because I really can't remember, but there was something with moonlight. So I thought it would be nice to have something like this in the house. Maybe this is too much like a castle, so I don't think I would want to live in such a huge house because anyway, so so this one, but I still think it would be nice. I mean, it's always nice to have bigger windows because then you have more light, and then you can have some plants and inside at home, so the plants can bring you kind of like this peaceful mood. And I added also a dog and a cat, so the character is not sitting there alone. Alright, and this one was also fun to make because this one was based on pomegranate. So one of the first things which I wanted to draw was the pomegranate, and then I explored some flowers which can be from the pomegranate tree. So flowers on the pomegranate tree actually look similar to this one. So the whole color palette was based on the kind of this warm reddish color. And then I try to work with different color hues. So if you can see, you have like these darker red tones, lighter, and then I added some other colors into the whole color palette. And I thought if I have so much kind of like red color in this spread, it would be nice to balance it with more of that green, which was here on the leaves. So I decided to add some nice flower field. And some of you were asking if the techniques which I talked about in the previous video about digital brushes would work also for the gouache brushes. And yes, that's right. You can use the same or similar techniques of blending and using the brushes opacity and pen pressure for different type of brushes. You just need to try out how the brushes behave and if you like the textures and shapes that they create. And I always suggest that you sketch with the brushes that you like maybe on the side and see the shapes and textures, and then you can use them in illustration so you kind of create the effects that you want. And I think this illustration spread would be a good place to stop this video because then it would get very, very long. So I think that's it for this video. So thank you so much for being here and watching till the end. So yeah, if you didn't yet, please like the video, add your comments. What would you like to see, or which one was your favorite from this video? So again, thank you so much for being here and see you in the next video. Bye!